Hey guys, welcome back to another video, but this time I question something. Why is that whenever my friend get interested to learning to draw after watching an anime, the first thing they show me is always an eye drawing, and usually only one eye? Well, it does make sense though, since the most attractive part of an anime character is often the eyes. So today, let's learn how to draw anime style eyes. But before we get into the drawing process, let's first take a look at the different types. Anime and manga are already considered art style, but even within them, there are still several variations. From low detail style like chibi, softer style often used for shoujo, sharper style commonly seen in shonen manga, and lastly, semi-realism. Even though the styles are different, the core concept is still the same. You have the eyelids, eyelashes, sclera, iris, and pupil. Even now, when drawing a chibi eyes, I will just draw a simple upper eyelid and the eyeball. Okay, now it's time to start practicing. The first step we are going to do is simplifying the shapes. You can start by taking references from real human eye, then try simplifying the shapes. But of course, not all eye shapes are the same. After that, you just add the element of the eye that I mentioned earlier, like the eyelashes, eyeball with the iris and pupil, the eyelids, and even the eyebrow. Pretty simple, right? This is an art style that often appears in the modern webtoon, especially in the shoujo josei genre. But anime style is actually much more simpler. The main characteristic is that the eyes are drawn much more bigger. The basic shape now become more like a fan shape. Then the upper eyelid is made thick, much thicker than the lower one. After that, add a small triangle shape at the outer corner of the eye. You can also add more triangle to give eyelashes. Draw the eyeball and you can add eyelid if you want. Then draw the eyebrow as just single line. And there you go, so much more simple, right? Now let's talk about eye placement. Even though we are drawing in anime style, the references still come from real human anatomy. The difference is that anime style exaggerates things, longer eyelashes, bigger size, and more variety in color. But the position of anime eyes is still follow the real proportion, a line on a straight horizontal line with the base of the nose and the ears. I'm going to demonstrate how I draw eyes. This time, I will just open the head model template I made before to make things faster. By the way, this is the same template I use when making a comic. I just copy paste it, then change the jaw shape and the eyes so I can finish my work faster. For a front view, you can draw some guideline to make sure the eye placement is symmetrical between the left and the right side. You can also add guideline to check the eyes are aligned with the base of the nose and the ears. Next, like I mentioned before, I start by simplifying the shapes. I begin by blocking the eye shape first, even though it might look like an alien at first, but this helped me set clear boundaries for drawing the eyes later. After blocking the shapes, I move on to adding details, drawing the eyelids, eyelashes, even the eyeball. For the eye on the opposite side, I usually just copy and paste it, so I can make sure both of the left and the right eye are perfectly symmetrical. Next is side view. First, add some guideline to make sure the base of the nose and the ear are aligned. Then sketch the eye. When you block it in, the side view eye shape look like a triangle with one curved side. The upper eyelashes also look like a combination of triangular shapes. After that, add the detail, the eyeball, the eyelid line, and the eyebrow. Next is the 3/4 view. Block in the eye area first according to the guideline before adding any detail. Because in this view, the size and shape of the eye are symmetrical, I don't copy and paste the left and the right eyes. The eye that farther from camera will look smaller, but make sure the proportion of the upper and the lower eyelids still feel consistent on the both sides. For this angle, don't forget to leave some space between the eye and the ear because there is a temple area sits there. Those three angles we just covered are the one most commonly used when making a comics. The front view, 3/4 view, and side view. Now, let's move on to some angles that don't appear as often. Honestly, my process for positioning the eyes is always the same. I always start by blocking the shape to make sure the proportions are right. And only after that, I do add the detail, whether it's a side view looking slightly down or slightly up. In these less common angles, the mistake people make most often is that the eyes end up looking stuck on the face, or even floating outside the facial plane. That's why blocking is so important. It helps you feel where the planes of the face actually are. You can also imagine the head as a 3D form, like a sphere or an egg. With the eye sitting on its surface, this makes it easier to decide the tilt of the eyes, how to open the eyelids, and how much the eyeball should visible. Once the blocking stage feels solid, adding detail much more easier, and your result will be more consistent from angle to angle. Next, let's talk about the most interesting part, coloring. This time, I'm going to divide into several levels, from the simplest one into the version that takes a bit more effort to create. The first one is the simplest way to color the eyes. This is perfect for those of you who want to draw quickly, especially when you are chasing deadline. It works really well for making comics, where you will end up coloring eyes over and over again. First, just block in a black color using circular shape tool to create the eyeball. Then, create a new layer, clip to the one below, and draw a new shape in a different color for your character eye color. Make this color shape fill for about half of the eyeball. After that, create another new layer to draw the pupil. Choose a color slightly darker from the one before. Then, make the pupil shape with the shape tool and add a black outline. And done. This method is really good for working fast and still feel very anime style. If you want to add a shading to the sclera, don't forget to set the layer mode to multiply so it adds more depth. Alright, let's move on to the next level and make the coloring more detailed. This is the style I have been using to color eyes all this time, from making comic to illustration. When I'm working on comic, I usually create template once and turn it into a brush so I don't have to repeat the same coloring process over and over again. The technique is basically the same as before, starting by blocking the eyeball. The difference is that here I add more color variation. Instead of using 3 colors, I build a gradient like this. I choose pink because it contrasts nicely with blue and add another accent. To make the gradient smoother, you can blur the edge of the shapes or just use an airbrush from the start. And it's not only the eyes that become more detailed, I also improve the skin shading and the eyelash detail so everything feels balanced. I also like to add some bright color shutter shapes at the bottom of the eye to create sparkle effect. And this is the eye coloring style I use in my artworks. Now, I want to try creating another style, something more stylized and different from what I usually do. I'm experimenting by changing the pupil shape into diamond and adding some shade variation into the upper area. Honestly, I wasn't even sure what I wanted to do to make it feel different. I just keep rendering the eyeball until it looked good enough to me. And surprisingly, the result turned out pretty nice. I think I might even like this style more. I actually have an idea for new OC and it seems like I'm going to design my new character using this kind of style. What do you guys think? After finishing this, I have another idea. You have probably read a historical manhwa before, right? Where the noble characters are often identified by their gemstone eyes. So I want to try using that idea. I had an idea to use auto-coloring feature in Clip Studio Paint. I tried using it to create a gem pattern. First, I made a circular shape, then draw a random line to form the base pattern. After that, I went to edit and apply the colorize feature and ooh, it's worked. I think this feature could be used for other ideas too. Next, I tried making those signature royal manhwa gem eyes. At first, I was confused about how to style them so the gem pattern will stay the main focus. And it seems like they can't really be treated the same way as normal eyes because the gem effect will disappear. So, I only make the upper area darker and the lower area brighter. I add a circle to make a pupil and gave a slight outline to the eyeball. And that's it. What do you guys think? You can still see the gem pattern, right? Out of these 4 styles, even though I use the second one the most, I'm starting to get interested in the third style, and I actually have planned to use that one in the future. The point is, drawing eyes is pretty fun and very beginner friendly, especially with how many different anime styles there are. Which one do you like the most? That's it for this video. See you next time guys, bye bye!